please welcome to the stage a fantastic comedian all the way from Denmark. It's Simon Talbot!
Hi there. Hi, yes, I'm Simon and I'm here from Denmark. Yeah. Yeah, flæskesvær, rødkål, brun sovs og kartofler, skille med dinga dinga du. That works better in Denmark. Yeah. So don't worry, tonight it's going to be in English, and I'd like to start out by apologizing. I know I have kind of a weird accent. I sound like a leprechaun had a stroke. And that's because I am Danish, but my father's Irish. So yeah, he drinks. Actually, he called me recently and he went, "Son, I fell off the roof because I was drunk and I was trying to get some apples." And I went, "Dad, you have to stop, it's gonna kill you." And he was like, "Oh, you're right, I'm quitting fruit." You know, I love him to bits. He tried his best despite the drinking. If my dad wrote a book on parenting, it would be called How to Raise Kids When You Feel Like It. And now I have this weird accent, and it's a real problem because no one believes me when I tell them I'm Danish. No one. Ever since I got here, everyone goes, "No, you're not. I think you're Irish." And then I have to defend the fact that I'm a Danish guy trapped in an Irish accent. I'm trans-Danish, basically. It's true, because I identify as an overly humble, rye bread eating Danish person, but I sound like I'll fucking batter you. But I'm a big believer in what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, and that's why I plan on raising my kids with weird accents. Just hear my teenage daughter come home from school. "Dad, why does everyone think I am Russian?" I am not Russian! So it's a weird accent, but I'm just so grateful to be here tonight, because, you know, I love Denmark, don't get me wrong, but it's a tiny country. You know, I was kind of tired of performing for my mother. Also because she's a Jehovah's Witness, that doesn't help. I was always like, "Hey, you know, when you had a birthday party?" "No." "Okay, good night." So I was raised as a Jehovah's Witness. That was my entire childhood. I grew up as a Jehovah's Witness, and I left when I started thinking. At that time. But, you know, it makes her happy, and that's all that matters to me. It's fine. There's just too many rules for me, like you can't masturbate. So... It's true, like I was 14 years old going, "Guess I'm out." You shouldn't punish teenagers for masturbating. That's like punishing fish for swimming. Just stay right there. It's not natural. Way too many rules, like no birthdays. I remember asking my mother when I was a kid, "How come I don't get a birthday party?" And she said, "Det er fordi Jesus aldrig holdt en fødselsdagsfest, og vi vil jo gerne være som Jesus." Which translates to, well, that's because Jesus never had a birthday party. And we want to be like Jesus. It's like, first of all, Christmas? It's a little birthday. And secondly, of course not. Why would they waste 7 chapters of the New Testament detailing Jesus' awesome birthday party? And do they expect to see a preacher go, "And Jesus blew upon the candles. We shall sing him 73. Happy birthday, Jesus. Happy birthday. You're gonna die soon. Happy birthday, Jesus." And if Jehovah's Witnesses can't do something just because it's not mentioned, like just because Jesus didn't do it, there's a lot of stuff they can't do. Like they'd be seriously constipated. I've never read about Jesus taking a shit, ever. So they'd have to just keep it in. Like, that would explain why they're frantically knocking on doors. "Hi, can I come in? Do you mind?" "Can I come in? Do you mind?" "Oh, okay, that's fine." So it's so exciting for me, like, transitioning from Danish to English, starting over. But right at the beginning, like when I started, it wasn't always that good. It felt kind of, you know, it's like I've kind of learned how to play the piano, and all of a sudden the keys are different. Because when I tell a joke in Danish, I'm quite confident. I feel good. I'm like, yeah, din-na-na-nan, din-na-na-nan. And then I translate it, and it'd be like, beep, 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 beep. It's like, this used to be funny at some point. And it's so painful working out new material, because I'm very aware of the audience. I feel how I'm a very sensitive overly empathetic guy. I can't even delete apps. I press them and I see them shaking. I'm like, it's fine. Never mind. So it's so hard, like I'd stumble through some new material, try to translate, and I'd feel the audience, just try to... And that's why playing the piano and doing stand-up isn't completely the same, because at least you don't feel physical discomfort watching someone who sucks at playing the piano. When you're watching someone who's bad at playing the piano, you're like, oh, he's learning, good for him. Good for you, you should learn, it's good, he's trying. But when you're watching a shitty stand-up comedian, you're like, oh, I hope he doesn't kill himself. Oh, he's still going. I'm gonna kill myself. And it's just a lot to explain all of this. It's a lot for you guys to like wrap your head around the whole Danish ex-Jehovah's Witness with an Irish accent. It's weird, I know. I did a show and there was this American girl in the front row and she was just staring at me like I was a lava lamp, like, what's happening? I don't get it. Jessica, what's happening? I don't get it. And then after the show, she came up to me and she was like as overly excited and like enthusiastic as they come. Totally American. She's like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Simon Talbot, oh my God, so funny, oh my God. Hilarious, oh my God, Simon Talbot, Simon Talbot. Anyway, you said you were Danish, so I was thinking Danish stand-up. What's that even like? I was like, well, it's stand-up, but in Danish? I don't know. I couldn't explain, and I wound up showing her videos of me performing in Danish. I was like, yeah, when I'm home in Denmark, I do like an hour and 20 minutes. They was like, oh my God, that's awesome, amazing, an hour and 20 minutes in such a difficult language. Does she think Danish people are sitting around Christmas Eve? Can we please speak English? This other language is exhausting. Flæskesvær, rødkål, brun sovs og kartofler. Oh, we gotta dance now? Skillemadanga-danga-doo, skillemadanga-doo. See? I knew you'd get it at some point. Like, I think she goes to the aquarium and looks at the fish. How do they do it? Moving around, breathing in such a difficult environment. Amazing. But listen, you guys weren't difficult at all. Thank you so much for listening to me. I've been Simon. Take care.